am I?
No, I'm just finishing a design for a new product. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could explain to me the operation and the setup for my new tornado alert.
Absolutely, I'd love to. Have a seat. Have a
Thank
seat.
you.
Let's go
Thank
over
you.
it. First of all, the tornado alert from Early Alert Technologies is a patented and carefully calibrated scientific instrument that's based on principles that were discovered after World War II, back when radar was a carefully guarded military secret before they released it for the civilian market. Dr. Hubert L. Jones of Oklahoma State worked with Charles Dunn of the Experimental Engineering Lab out there and set up the first spherics detection network in the United States. Spherics is short for atmospheric radiation.
Okay.
So all storms generate radio waves that can be picked up by a simple receiver, and that's what this is. Now, Dr. Jones became known as Tornado Jones because he discovered the tornado pulse generator. He published that in the 50s. And NASA has been using this principle since the 70s on all their spacecraft. There's a radio plasma wave science instrument package, starting with Voyager, which detected lightning first on Jupiter. And then a second probe to Jupiter called the Galileo dropped an atmospheric probe into the atmosphere of Jupiter. And the principal investigator of that project was Dr. Mark Newman, who has headed a graduate program at the University of Florida, a 2-year graduate program. And so you can go over there and learn all you want to about lightning. He's the foremost authority on lightning in the entire world. And I've been using his research since the late 60s. And there's a spacecraft around Cassini right now at a distance of 15 million kilometers. It discovered lightning on Venus. Nobody thought there was lightning on Venus until Cassini did a flyby on its way to Saturn. And in 2010, Cassini detected the most powerful storm in the entire solar system.
Wow.
From a distance of 15 million kilometers. So this has been a pretty effective technology. Now next year, NASA's going to be launching the GOES-R weather satellites, the next generation weather satellite. And it's got an instrument package called the Geostationary Lightning Mapper. And at 24,000 miles, it's going to be detecting the same thing I am. But the difficulty they're going to have is getting that information to you at 4 o'clock in the morning when you've got no power.
Right.
And all the infrastructure's been damaged. How do I get you up? And that's what this was designed to do. To wake somebody up at 4 o'clock when nothing else can. And it's the only product that can do that right now. So that's what it's designed to do. So let's look at the contents of the package. So here we have the quick start guide from the package. This gives you all the instructions that you need that we're going to be discussing today. There's a more detailed manual user guide on the website tornadoalertme.com.
Okay.
But this should give you all the information you should need to set up and operate the device in case you forget what we talked about today.
Okay.
So the next is this is a right angle connector that goes in the power side. We'll show you how to do that. But it goes with the power supply. Now the power supply is very important. This white box
here?
if you would take that out. It's very important that you use the power supply that comes with a device, because if you use the wrong power supply, it can damage the board. And we don't want that to happen. So use this power supply where it might cause noise and prevent the correct operation. So make sure you use this power supply with a device. And we'll show you how to do that in a minute. So if you will take the product out of that's an electrostatic bag, that protects the electronic components during shipping so they don't get shorted by static.
Oh.
So that bag's very important.
Interesting.
So this is the device. You can take the plastic off the cover there.
Alright.
It's just a protective cover. And so we'll go over the features of what's on the front of the device. Now this is a strobe, very bright in a dark room in case people can't hear the siren. So that's what that's for. And it flashes about once every second and a half, 2 seconds when there's an alarm going off. Now this is an LED. It's a multicolored LED. It's green when there's no threat, so the device may show different status, but if it's green, that means it's not necessarily a threat in the area. It will turn red in the case of a severe thunderstorm or a tornado, and the alarm will go off. Now this is an LCD. It's a 12-character LCD, so it will show the various states: lightning, not severe, severe, tornado. And underneath that, there will be some bars to tell you how far away the storm is. You can tell if it's moving toward you or away from you. And so these buttons control the operation. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about that. Then on the side, you have the on-off switch. You have where the power goes in. And this is an external jack, so it operates pillow shakers and bed shakers for the hearing impaired. So it's ADA compliant, Americans for Disabilities. So I can't power those devices, but I can turn them on and off.
Okay.
And this is the cable, so you can route the cable in so it's not out in the way. And this is the battery compartment. We'll have you install a battery, so show people how to do that.
I know, yeah.
And then this is the siren. Now this is a 90 dB siren, and it sounds just like a smoke detector. So it will wake you up. We've had plenty of experience with that. So if we could, I'll have you put the battery in. See the 9-volt battery. See how it's polarized? It's got a big one and a small one. You just want to line it up on the inside, take the cover off.
All right.
Put the battery inside. Wow.
That was easy.
That
was pretty easy, yeah. All right, turn it on.
Turn it on.
All right.
And you'll see everything is tested to make sure so it flashes strobe and the LED, and the LCD. So you want to make sure there's no error message during this part. If there are, you want to call early alert and see about a replacement. So everything should work fine. You notice the LCD went out. You save the battery. When it's on battery,
Okay.
turns that backlight off. When it's on AC power, it'll keep running. Now this test is very important. You see where it says pass, fail?
Yes.
And the bars are moving?
Yes.
If there's noise in the room, like man-made noise, you see how it responds?
Okay.
So what this is telling you is it's too noisy. There's a refrigerator or fluorescent light or a PC, any kind of man-made noise, you want to move that.
Okay.
So, but if there's no noise or no storm in the area, it will pass this test and say everything's okay. And if that's the case, then you can just leave it on from now on. It'll just detect storms whenever there's one in the area.
So I should avoid putting it next to things like a TV or a radio or anything that would anything that
But
would
you want it
interfere.
within 3 feet of a window.
Okay. All
And
right.
see, and now it comes up no threats. So
Everything's
let's
good.
plug it in.
So this will be lit up when it's plugged in. When it's battery powered, there's no need.
That's right, that's right. And when it's on battery, it will show you the battery icon, show you how much battery is left. And the icon will gradually diminish as the battery runs down. If it gets too low, it will show a low battery indicator, and the siren will chirp, trying to tell you that you're low battery. And if you don't replace the battery, it will eventually shut down. So a battery, standard alkaline battery will last 4 to 5 hours continuously. But if it's on AC power, that may last several years. It's just to back up in case you lose power
Just
during
in
a storm.
case.
Right.
So you're still able to get the alerts whether you have electricity or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're likely to lose power during a storm.
Yeah, of course.
And you won't know it early in the morning. So we have the battery in there, and it'll get you through the night in case you lose power all night. Now what I'm going to do is demonstrate what is displayed on the display when you detect something. Now it's designed to detect something within 30 miles of your location.
Okay.
That's designed intentionally because 30 minutes is the optimum warning time. So a storm moving at 60 miles an hour, that gives you 30 minutes of warning, which is the ideal amount of warning time. So it will only detect or indicate something that's 30 miles from you. Now these buttons I'm going to push are not on a production device. This is just a demo unit to show you what the displays look like.
Okay.
So we're going to show there's lightning. So if it detected a lightning strike within 30 miles, it will show lightning. After 1 minute, it cycles every minute, testing what's out there. And these bars tell you how far away it is. So if there's only 1 bar, it's 30 miles away. If there's 12 bars,
okay.
it's 2 miles away. And this is 6 bars, so it's about 15 miles.
Okay.
So if the storm intensifies, it shows not severe. Now that's rain and wind, maybe some small hail, but nothing really serious, not a serious threat. And you notice the LED is still green.
Yeah.
Now if the storm continues to intensify, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds and large hail and continuous lightning, that's a severe thunderstorm. We're going to tell you about that. So
All right. Let's see.
there's a strobe. And by pressing a button, it disables alarm.
Both buttons at the same time?
On
or
this
just the
device.
one? Okay.
This device. Now on the production device you touch either button.
And it will work. Okay.
So now, if the storm continues to intensify and there's a tornado, it will alarm again and show you tornado. And it will, if you don't turn off the alarm, it will continue to alarm, even if there's a severe condition, until it's no longer a threat. Then once it goes back down to just lightning, the device resets and it's ready for the next storm. You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to reset it after it's gone off?
It automatically resets.
Wow.
There's a lot of intelligence in this thing.
Yeah. Makes it very easy for me to use. All I have to do is turn it on and...
In fact, the complaint we've got is it's so easy to use, people are not sure it's working.
Yeah, what's wrong? There's got to be a catch? No.
So then it goes back to no threat. Well, you got any questions that I didn't cover?
Yeah, I do. When you're being alerted, the siren's going off, the LED light's red, is this backlight come on if you have a battery?
Yes, it will come on with the status changes so you can see it. But you can tell by the LED from a distance, so even in a dark room, if that LED is red, it's a threat.
Especially with the siren, or not the siren, the
strobe.
Strobe as well.
Right. Now with the production device, if you press a button and hold it down, the left button turns off the strobe, the right button turns off the siren. So if you don't want one or the other, you can turn those off manually. Okay. But then the LED will be the only thing you can tell in the display.
I feel like with how much science is behind this, it should be more complicated with more buttons or something, but it's very user-friendly. So I appreciate you explaining it.
The purpose of the science is to make it easy so you don't have to worry about it. So you just leave it sitting there and it will detect storms from 30 miles.
Very cool.
So good luck with it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.